I want to talk a little bit about discipline. That usually gets everybody excited. No, it doesn't. Nobody ever gets excited about talking about discipline. Discipline is something that you do to your children. Maybe if you're not comfortable with that, maybe discipline is something you do to your dog. I don't know. Some people aren't comfortable with that either. So you could call it something else. Small incremental steps repeated daily, something like that. Maybe micro steps if you're more comfortable with that. Whatever you want to call it, it's all semantics at that point. Repeating the same things daily. Over time, you know what happens if you do that? You develop habits. You're going to naturally develop habits, just a matter of whether they're good habits or bad habits. That's what makes all the difference. And if you're going to do the same things by accident, if you're just going to let fate run its course, you're going to naturally gravitate to habits like having a bowl of ice cream or slamming a six-pack before you go to bed or something like that. And I'm going to tell you, those are not the habits that you want in your life. Believe me. What are the habits that you do want? What do you want to do? What are those little things that you want to do daily? Well, get enough rest. And people say, I don't have enough time. You got to work to get enough rest. If you're not going to be able to do it every single day, how many days can you do it? To hydrate, to get enough water. People take this stuff for granted. It's very important. As important as keeping oil and gas in your car and air in the tires. You watch with gas prices going up. Watch how many people are checking the air in their tires. You just, all of a sudden, it's going to become a thing again because gas is going up. You want to make sure that tire pressure is just right. Why? So the car can run optimally. Well, how much of a premium is your time? How much is your time worth that you're going to take it so for granted that you're not going to make sure that you're running optimally, or at least as well as you reasonably can? I don't run Supreme unleaded in my car every time, if just to use that analogy, but you got to be looking to hydrate, to eat nutritiously. How many people haven't had a green vegetable in years? Seriously. It's a problem. These are the things that you have to be doing. And walking, getting a little exercise. And not to be, playing rugby or some kind of Mortal Kombat or something like that, but you got to be doing something to develop yourself. Those are kind of the basics that I would say. Hydrate, rest, nutrition, getting a little physical exercise. Now, if you want to be the type of person that's going to stand out above the crowd, well, then you need to be reading and learning and spending time every day doing those things, or at least as many as you can, 3 days a week, 5 days a week, constantly with a book that you're working on, constantly learning something new. You say, when am I supposed to do that? Well, this is what ambitious people do. This is what people have a little discipline. A lot of people, they have discipline in just one area, and they're able to enjoy great success for it. You could stack it. You could do it more than one, right? So you're reading, you're learning. If you really want to go over the top, well, then you begin creating and you begin writing and speaking and really standing out, almost in a whole different category. The key to all that is discipline or repeating little steps day in and day out. What do you hear about salespeople? Networking. That's another big one that would, go into the over the top crowd. People that are, just every day carve out a little time to make those sales calls, make those cold calls, go on LinkedIn or whatever they got to do to expand their network. And boom, over time, those little steps have huge, huge results. Think about the little things, something that you could spend 3 minutes a day on. And what would it be that you could invest 3 minutes a day, 3 to 5 minutes a day, maybe 7 if you want to get crazy, right? 7 minutes a day preparing your food in advance to make sure that you have something nutritious, something like that. Thinking about how much water you're drinking, a little bit of effort. It wouldn't even take 7 minutes. And you could make radical changes in your life in a short period of time. Make it a great day.
Warning, this podcast includes unapologetic logic and reason and may not be suitable for all audiences. In a world full of nonsense, he's been called the voice of uncommon common sense. He sees the abnormal that many find normal. Author and award-winning speaker, he is Chris